Hello everyone, it's Darkseeker here again. Welcome to another video. Now, my previous video focused on a Jade Druid, and I looked at that on the ladder, and since then I thought to myself, well, Jade Druid is good, but it really can struggle against Pirate Warrior, because Jade Druid, I mean, it's got Swipe, it's got Living Roots, it has Wrath, but in general it does struggle to keep up with decks that play a very aggressive early game, because Jade Druid is all about that mid to late game, putting those golems on the board, but sometimes by the time you've summoned those big, massive golems, it can be too late. So I thought to myself, okay, well, let's have a look at Jade Shaman. Now, this is nowhere near as popular as Jade Druid, however, it's a very effective deck. Jade Druid does outvalue Jade Shaman in the long game, but against aggressive classes, Jade Shaman is pretty good. So, what have we got in this deck? Well, you have the Tunnel Trog, you have Totem Golem, you have Feral Spirit. So, like with the previous pre-Gadgetzan meta, you have the Overload synergy with Tunnel Trog, but you've also got various board clears like Maelstrom Portal, Lightning Storm. Now, these all help dramatically against aggressive Pirate Warrior decks. You can clear the board. You also have taunts in here, so Thing from Below is in this deck, for example. So these all help to stop the aggro going to your face. Let's not forget, Taunt Totem as well is massively important. So let's have a look at a few of these games with Jade Shaman in action. And we're going to start off against Jade Druid and just give us a little flavour here of how this deck fares on the standard mode ladder.
Happy Feast of Wintervale.
Okay, so we have the Trog.
Happy Feast of Wintervale.
And this is a pretty good start for me. I mean, I've got the Overload synergy here, so, you know, Lightning Bolt could clear something that he plays. If it's Jade Druid, though, he's unlikely, I guess he's unlikely to play something big early on. Yeah, so he plays Living Roots. Okay. I could equip my weapon here. Jade Claws, pretty good. Notice the Overload synergy. Notice the fact that my Trog is now buffed up, and I have a weapon equipped. I'm overloaded, but that's not an issue. I mean, what was I going to do next turn anyway, right? I mean, I could have... Feral Spirits would have been nice, but again, that overloads me for 2. Okay, so Living Roots number 2 is now gone. Slow turn for me, unfortunately, but it's okay. I have Jade Spirit. And notice now the golems. Okay, we've got a 1/1 golem on board. Jade Spirit will give me a 2/2, and so on. And Druid there innovating. Innovate is such an amazing card. It's such an amazing card. I call it a cheat card. He's just innovated out of Taunt, which is ridiculous. So, Totem Golem, it's a 3/4 and it's on the board. It's going to be hard for him to punch through that. Unless he has Swipe or Wrath Hero Power. But now look, he is going on the Totem train as well. Sorry, not the Totem train, the Golem train. He is summoning his Golems. And Aya there's on the board. Really difficult for me to deal with unless I want to, let's say, you know, trade in my Totem Golem, which I value immensely, Aya here is probably going to get a double trade. He'll probably throw Aya into... Yeah, he is. He throws her in. So I'm going to have to double trade to kill her. And that's really annoying. I think it's going to be... Oh, wow. It's just used a swipe. Okay. Well, he's running out of resources. And that's pretty important. And I'm not killing Aya. I'm not killing her. Because, of course, her death rattle, she summons a golem. I'll let him trade. I'll let him trade. He'll probably kill the... What is that again? Wow! Double swipe! It's unbelievable. He gets a full board clear. Wow. So we've seen Innovate, double swipe, really helping the Druid get board presence. Jade Lightning's a really good card, but here, the taunt is pretty decent here. So we block Aya with the 3/3. Hopefully our 5/5 is going to survive. The fact that he's drawing cards is quite scary because presumably we're going to see more golems. Oh wow, he's got Wrath. Every answer to every question that I pose. Unbelievable. But he only gets a 3/3, so that's not too concerning. Now this deck runs Harrison, and I was considering Acidic Swampoo's over Harrison, just because Harrison's very expensive. Sure, he draws you a card, but he's 5 cost, and in an aggressive meta, it's a ridiculously aggressive meta because Pirate Warrior is everywhere. So in an aggressive meta, is Harrison the right thing to play? Not so sure. So he's up to 4/4 golems now. Oh, hello. Jade Lightning, Jade Claws, pretty good, I guess. If only because they summon golems. I mean, that's pretty big, right? And a 4 damage lightning there for a 4 health minion. And look at our golems now. Now, I traded the Harrison in because I want to keep my my Trog healthy, or as healthy as possible. Just trying to protect it from spells, I guess. I'm always seeing double living roots, but I think we've only seen 1 Wrath, so... I mean, that would have put our Trog at 1 health if we traded with it. So he could have Wrathed it for card draw. So I want to protect my Trog because I believe I've got more Overload synergy in this deck. Yeah, there's the Wrath. Oh, wow, so he actually had it. I'm okay with that. That's a Wrath for 3 on an injured Harrison. Oh, hello. Ancient of War. Wow.
That's incredible.
Lightning Storm, really helpful against aggressive classes in this meta. Really helpful. If you have taunts and Lightning Storms in play, Pirate Warrior doesn't stand a chance. It really doesn't. Against Jade Druid though, Lightning Storm, not so sure, because once their golems start growing, how do you deal with them? You know, a 3 damage Lightning Storm doesn't necessarily put a dent in them even. You know, if you got 7, 8, 9, 10 health golems on the board, how do you deal with them? I'm just throwing away there. I'm just throwing away my Lightning Storm. That's okay. It's okay. But now I'm putting serious value on the board here. And as much as the Druid can outvalue me in the late game by throwing, golems out on the board and shuffling golem summoning cards into his deck, I've seized the board. Yeah, and that's so important. I think mid-range Jade Shaman is slightly better when it comes to seizing that board early on. And for that reason, if you're lucky enough, you can outvalue Jade Druid, although I still think Jade Druid is favoured, personally. Okay, this is a warrior. And I'm saying to I like cabbage there, this is what I was waiting for. This is going to be pirate warrior, right? I mean, what other kind of warrior could it be? If not for pirate warrior, right? It's got to be pirate warrior. Is it going to be control warrior? No, I don't think so. When's the last time you've seen a control warrior on the mean streets of Gadgetzan meta? Honestly. So we have the Trog, we have Totem Golem, and look, we have AoE. AoE sitting in the hand, waiting to be played. Now, we'll see what kind of a start he has, whether he has patches, for example. This is a pirate warrior that really took his time with the mulligan. This is interesting. Pirate warrior mulligan isn't as easy as it would appear to be. I mean, you have to be careful that you don't draw patches into the opening hand, and sometimes you may think about keeping a couple of cards you wouldn't normally keep, just because you want to avoid drawing patches. I think some people value patches that much. The War Axe there was good for him. If you think back to Control Warrior games, it was always that discussion of, what's the probability that they have the Fiery War Axe in the opening hand? Because for Control Warrior, that was often the signal that, that they win the game.
That's incredible. I wonder.
He's going face, sure. I mean, that's what you do, right? As Pirate Warrior, you go face. And there's Harrison. Now, Harrison Jones is going to be useful, I guess, in the mid-game when Arcanite Reaper is equipped and he's upgraded it to have like 3 charges. I mean, yeah, that'll be good. So, Taunt Totem, so good. It's just stopped 1 damage to my face and he's got nothing to play. Wow. Yeah, sometimes Pirate Warrior can really not get the draws that it needs. I mean, I've played a couple of games with it and I've got very unlucky with it. I've drawn patches in my opening hand. I've drawn, sort of mid-game cards like Arcanite Reaper, and never my early game. You've got to get lucky with the draws, and if you don't draw, coming back as Pirate Warrior is really difficult. Because you have these low value, low health minions to start off with, and if you draw those in the mid-game and you try and play them, I mean, look at my board. I have a thing from below. I have a 5/5 sitting on the board. How do you punch through that? I think most Pirate Warriors don't run Execute, so that works in my favour. Oh wow, he's really struggling here. I mean, it makes me happy, right? And we get 3. Yep, count them. 1, 2, 3. 3 cards. And they're all pretty good. I mean, it's over now, right? If he punches through the thing from below, I have Feral Spirits ×2. Yeah. Wow. That's incredible, right? Turn 5, concede from Pirate Warrior. Makes me very happy.
For Doomhammer.
Okay, let's have a look at one final game, and this is for rank 14. Now, opening hand there. Interesting. Not the best opening hand. There's no Trog. There's no Totem Golem. Those are the cards you're looking for. And here he goes. Jade Idol. Interesting. He summoned a 1/1. He didn't shuffle. Now usually you summon a 1/1 initially if you're expecting an aggressive game and you need to get something on board quickly. Am I an aggressive deck? No, I'm a mid-range deck. I'm a mid-range deck. I'm not aggressive as such. I can be, but no, I'm not. I mean, if you let my golems get out of control early, yes, I am aggressive, but I'd question his decision there to summon a 1/1 rather than to shuffle. Or maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe. This is looking very good for me. I mean, look at my hand. I have 4 drops. I have a thing from below. As a Drake. Oh, hello. That's perfect. And I'm so happy that that card does 4 damage. I mean, it deals with so many annoying things. You know, like Tomb Pillager in Rogue, as a Drake, all that have 4 health. It's so good. It's better than Lightning Bolt for that reason. 4 damage, plus you summon a golem. The value on Jade Lightning is absolutely insane.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Oh, he's got the best steals anyway. Here we go. He's going to draw forever now. Those of you that saw my video of my Jade Druid against a Pirate Warrior, I just ended up BMing him on my final turn. Just drawing into lethal, but then drawing a million more cards, and he conceded. Yeah, a Gadgetzan Auctioneer is so good at refilling that hand, drawing spells or minions, drawing things, just drawing things forever, and I have to get rid of it. It's so important. I mean, I could have used an AoE, Lightning Storm, maybe, and then hoped for a trade, but no, Hex was clean. And he's just saw the Hex, so he's like, now you don't have another Hex, and he plays a big tree. So, I can't kill it. Because I can't kill it, I've just got to play stuff. Now, what you'll notice is I am filling my board. You saw my earlier game against Jade Druid, and I was able to get things on the board quicker than him. I was able to get golems on the board quicker than him, and as a result, I was able to win the game. Now, in this game, my board is being slowly decimated here, and he is summoning stuff on the board. So, I'm in a bit of trouble now. Or am I? Blood Mage Thalnos. There we go. Now, that was a significant investment just to clear those minions, but I had to do it, right? I still have 1 AoE left in hand. And I'm gonna... Oh, really? Discover. Oh. And I'm going to play more golems because I have my 4-drop. I have my thing from below. I'm set here. I think I'm okay. He's going to kill Thalnos. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I can play Maelstrom Portal next turn just because it kills the 5/3. I can Maelstrom trade Mana Tide. That's or. Maelstrom thing from below. See, Maelstrom first, see what you get. Oh, ready for action. Okay, I'm seizing back the board. Let's see how I go. Huh. Unpot Protector. Bloody hell. Wow, this guy's serious. Which he got from his summon card, his discover card, or whatever that card was. So do I just fill the board again? Yeah, I fill the board. Right, deal with that. And I'm going to start trading, possibly, because I'm pondering some kind of a swipe-based AoE that kills my thing from below, and then a hero power into it, and then I've lost potentially all value on it. So I think the trade there was correct, because I'm going to have to trade. See, there he is. Swipe. Yeah, sure. So I'm happy I got 5 damage into it. I think that was important. Because I'm going to have to punch through it somehow, right? Lightning's going to help me, I guess. So, it's fine. I think we're in a good position here. I think we're in a good position.
Behold the rage of the fireland.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, I changed my mind. We're not in such a good position now. Look, there's Innovate. Wow, okay. Oh my god, and look at the clears. Look at the board now. I can still come back, right? The fact that my golems here are growing, and that's a massive draw. Bran Bronzebeard and the Chieftain, that is absolutely huge. That will probably win me this game if he clears a chunk of this board. He doesn't want to sacrifice everything into thing from below. Oh, he has mulch, sure. Okay, of course he does. And that's useless. In that previous Druid game, mulch gave me Ancient of War, I think. I have to kill Thalrel.
Who knows what secrets will uncover?
Warriors, come out to play.
And I don't care about the Emperor. What I do care about is he's not going to get a major discount. Yeah. What I cared about was getting Bran on board with the Chieftain, summoning those big, massive golems. And yeah, this deck has done pretty well against Druid. It's done well against Pirate Warrior. Yeah. Mid-range Jade Shaman. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So, what was important in this game? Well, in the last few games, well, we had the Trog synergy with Overload. That was with Overload cards. That was pretty important. Bran Bronzebeard with Jade Chieftain. That was pretty good. Although Bran does synergize with other cards in the deck, like with Aya, for example. But you have to time that pretty well. We didn't really see Fire Elemental get played yet in this game, in these games, but it's there as potential 3 damage to clear something. Thing from Below was phenomenal in these games. It blocked so much damage, and I was able to play it quite early too. And my MVP, Jade Lightning, doing 4 damage to clear an Azadrake. So very good. Well, thanks very much for joining me, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. I'd be very grateful, and I'll see you all again very soon.